And I am here today with Jenna. Hey, Jenna, I'm so happy you're with me today.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Good morning. I can't wait until you hear Jenna's story about where she was in the classroom and where she is right now. So, Jenna, tell everybody maybe a little bit about who you are and what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I'm a school librarian, kind of a second career. So I did that for about 5 years. And then my family moved to a new state. And so decided to do something a little bit different. Took my library degree and started looking in more, tech or library. I kind of had an open mind to what would be next. And so now I'm working for a library software company. So I'm using my experience in school libraries in particular, and in a totally different way, mixed with a lot of great different skills and challenging aspects to my job that I love.
I remember when you saw this job posting and how excited you were about this job posting. You're like, I didn't even know a job like this could exist that could marry both of my loves, right? Technology and, and the library. Yeah. What's it like? How's your job going?
It's going great. I'm about a month into it, and with being in the library, the days went by very quickly. So I was a little nervous about that change, but I look up and it's 5 o'clock, and I have more control over how my day goes in terms of, getting up and taking a walk during lunch and things like that, since it is remote. But the work goes by so quickly because it's so interesting and challenging. And it's directly related to the work that I did in the school library. So, it's a lot of it's meetings, it's research, it's just analyzing different trends and trying to come up with ideas. So for me personally, it marries all of the best things about librarianship, and moving the field forward, which makes me feel good too.
I love that. I love when everybody is in a place that they're just so happy. I know how they like teachers, right? They like transitioning teachers, and that was something that you were also excited about.
Yeah, this in particular, just because it's a part of their business that they're trying to grow. So, school librarianship experience was definitely high on their list. And also, the state that I was coming from is a state that they wanted to get into more. So, that helped as well.
Nice. Nice. What was the job search journey like? Like from the beginning until getting the job?
It was long. I left school in June, the end of June last year. And then we moved. So there was a lot of, maybe half-hearted looking over the summer and early fall as I was trying to get my house together and move. But I don't know. It felt like it was an unfolding. There was so much to learn. Um, I had applied to jobs in the past 10 years, but they were in school. So it was very different process. So it was a lot of learning, all the different ins and outs of the job market today, and the ATS and the resume writing and all those things. So I learned a little bit and then needed more help. Then learned a little bit and then needed more help. Um, and it was tough sometimes to stay focused, and not feel, that it was a tunnel that was never going to end. But um, I think being open to different job opportunities and different aspects of business, like not closing myself off to anything, helped me to kind of find that light at the end.
And then what happened? Then I think it was just a couple months ago, and that we started working together because, and I think we should tell everybody, during the 12 weeks you and I worked together, you had two offers,
I did,
right?
yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I when I reached out to you, I was just sort of like, I think it was the new year, and it was like,
Was.
I need someone in my corner. I need someone telling me, "You're doing a good job," or "Let's switch gears." I just needed that guidance, so thank you, because that was just integral in sort of pushing me to the finish line, I think. Um, but yeah, I once I got that first offer, which was in a completely different industry. It was power management. But I was okay doing that. That was even just to get that was huge. And it sort of was like, okay, I can do this. Like, this is good. And then it all started rolling from there. Um, so that definitely boosted my confidence and going into all of the other interviews at the job that I currently work at, knowing I had that other offer.
I
So
remember we had a lot of back and forth text messaging about negotiating between two different job offers and salary negotiations and all those different things.
yeah, I tend to overthink, especially in a space where I'm not comfortable and I'm not familiar with it. So yeah, I definitely needed your help and your guidance, even just on the little wording of things. Then that was very helpful, and especially just knowing you were there, like I could, because it's nice to have family and friends and former colleagues, but you're like just for me and only looking out for me and have experience and knowledge, that I didn't have and nobody else had for me, so
Well, thank you. It happened pretty quickly, right? I mean, within the 12 weeks. I think it was in around 2.5 months that we were dealing with multiple offers.
yeah, yeah, once I started working with you, yeah, it shifted, definitely. Yep. Should have reached out earlier.
Well, but look how happy you are now. That job might not have existed if you did it earlier, right? Everything happens at the right time, right? Maybe that job wouldn't have been around and you would be at a different job. So look how happy you are. So what else would you like to share about like our experience and working together, advice for other transitioning teachers?
Yeah, I guess, don't wait. Reach out, when you feel like you need that extra help, it's a I don't know, it's just a very different landscape, out there, the job market, and so, having an expert on your side, makes a huge difference, and just kind of making sure that you believe in yourself, and the experience that you bring to the table, because I think that's a hard thing to make sure that you carry with you throughout the journey, is that, what you did matters, even though it's not necessarily, or transferring to schools, you're transferring to a different, industry. It's all good experience, and actually, honestly, dealing with kids means you can deal with anyone. So, um, so I feel like, kind of really honing in, and with your help, right, to figure out what are those things that you did and how you did them, and what skills come out of that experience. And so, that was also another helpful piece that you helped with the resume, and making sure that I was highlighting all of the things that I did, because I did a lot. And as teachers and anyone working in a school district, you do a lot of things that you don't necessarily acknowledge. So I think
Did matter. And unfortunately, teachers they put down a lot of what they do. It's just like, it's just part of my job. And they don't even think about how valuable that is or what the accomplishments were that they achieved there. And there's a lot of not considering your own value, right? Like it's always thinking about the team and not realizing, "Oh, I did that. Yeah, I really did organize and spearhead that project, right? As you had spearheaded many different projects that we were adding to
Mhm.
the resume.
Yep, and I felt like I was pretty good at that, but you made it even better, It's like I acknowledged even more about my experience, and framed it in a different way, so that was awesome.
So awesome. So thank you so much. I am just so happy that you are in, perfect position. I love that you were in a position to choose because I think that's so important, where teachers feel stuck that they have to choose one direction and they don't know what that direction should be.
Mhm.
And I love that we were able to kind of work together to find options, to have different ways of looking at jobs, to find things that could match up because you might not have found this library job otherwise.
Yep, absolutely.
So thank you so incredibly much, and I wish you so much continued success. Everybody else here, I hope you are totally inspired by Jenna's story. If you want to watch more transitioning teacher stories, check out this video over here.